absolutely great right here. It's I'm not even a big wine drinker.
Yeah.
But this right here is not too sweet. It's not too bitter. Like it's just the perfect mix. Perfect mix. So I really shout out to Nakia.
That's my big sister or whatnot. And like I said, I don't be biased. I don't care what y'all say. It's the best wine in the world.
Yeah.
And not even just that, like that 14% hit you.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm slurring my words on stage. Coming to the stage, we got what's your name again?
It's the Wine and Dine South Euclid Wine Festival, guys. If you're in the city of Cleveland, please come out. MCing will be B Titty. Also, it will be music. It will be obviously wine, and it will also be great food provided by the 4 Bistro and whatnot. So listen, August 31st, you guys, make sure you're here. So, and also, we're looking for vendors. If you want to be a vendor, please let us know or whatnot. You have until July 26th, so please let us know in the comments, okay? All right, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
So 3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Pull Up Experience, guys. The most talked about podcast in the city. Guys, we have another great edition for you guys. Episode 231. We have the great Miss Denisha Anderson here today to talk to us about her amazing business that she is creating one-of-a-kind pieces. She is crafting pieces for your great event, and we're going to talk about her journey and just learn a little bit more about herself and whatnot. So how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Welcome.
We are glad to have you here.
Yeah.
And we got Miss Brittany. We got the squad here today, guys.
That's right.
So we're in for a good one. So everyone knows, Cleveland born and raised?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'd like to ask you, what are you representing when you say,
Well, okay. People always talk about where their mom live, you know that picture, whatever. But so I went to school at Winnie Young.
Oh, cool, man.
I went to school at Winnie Young, and then
Winnie Young's for the smart kids, by the way.
something like that. It changed over the years, but yeah.
Typically, I mean, that was what reputation it has.
Absolutely, yeah. So you had to take a test to get in and all this fun stuff. I think originally it was all girls school. They switched it over, and it was a beautiful experience. It was cool. You know?
Okay. So we're talking about Lee Harbor area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I was actually, my parents live in Shaker Heights. I didn't want to go to Shaker. I don't know why. I just wanted to stay at Winnie Young, and that's where I grew up most of the time. When I started the business, I just moved downtown. I've been here for about 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. And this is what I've learned about journey. We won't get into it. But let's talk about because entrepreneurship, was that always on your mind? Or was it something that was a byproduct of circumstances?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know how you do things and you don't necessarily know what you're doing. You just are in the flow of what you do. So like in school, I was the girl who sold candy to buy for my senior stuff, to pay for senior stuff.
Shout to hustlers.
After high school, I sold on Poshmark. So I would go to like Plato's Closet and I would purchase like these high-end clothes, like the North Face jackets, and I would post them and meet people in these random places. Now that I think about it, I'm like, what was I doing? But meet these people in these random places, make these sales. But I was making money to like sustain myself, and I didn't require much. But I had little jobs like that I did that was entrepreneurial related, but no, it wasn't always in my mind. You know, I never even seen anybody work for themselves before until I hit like my mid-20s.
So up and then until then, I'm guessing you worked a 9 to 5, like typically like a lot of us or whatnot.
Yep. So I went from graduating to CSU to straight to working for a key bank. And I worked there for 4 years. I hated the job, but I loved the people.
No shit, key bank.
I know. I did not like it. It's a job for everybody, but I didn't like it, but I loved the people. I worked in Tower City, so I had a mix of like, I was able to talk to these CEOs with big bucks at the top of the building. And then I also had these impoverished people that were homeless that I had to be able to like communicate with. And that was really interesting. And that 4-year experience just shaped my whole perspective about money, how people move, what's important to people. And it got me comfortable with talking to just like strangers. because money is very a sensitive topic, so you have to know how to like just flow in that conversation with them. And I enjoyed it. I just obviously I didn't hit my goals at KeyBank. They want you to hit certain numbers and this and that. But I would have, I'm not trying to get into like a long story, but I would have people to come up to me who needed money, and the bank's goal was to get them into some sort of credit product, debt product. But I'm like, yo, they don't even have nothing. Like, let me teach them how to budget what they have and save, and then let's work from there. Maybe they come back and we can like work up to that. But they didn't like that, so they kept hinting that, you don't, your numbers are not good. We're gonna let you go, and that's just like an ongoing conversation. And in this process, I'm also working with my husband. Well, he was just my fiance at the time, but he was a photographer. He was in entrepreneurship, and I would see peaks of entrepreneurship during the weekends, and I would just be, I don't want to say jealous, but I'm like this is dope. You can think on your own. You have this, and I'm, and I'm at the same time at KeyBank going through these issues about just, work stuff. So, again, the conversation was just brewing about KeyBank wanting to fire me. Long story short, they walked me into this room, and this is me like at my desk, just like, God, like if you don't want me to be here, I don't want to be here. So you can just get me out anyway.
Come on now.
And so Holy Spirit just like write a resignation letter. So I'm at my desk writing this resignation letter, put today's date on there. They call me into the office and they're like, we're firing you. And so I'm like, okay, can y'all just take this resignation in exchange for firing me? Because it didn't look good, I guess. But I didn't care. Now I don't care. But at the time, you don't want to be fired. I just
better than me, because I'm like, yo, we gonna fire me today?
Yeah. So let me tell you, when I walked out of that office, they walked me, took my keys. And
wow,
and
the whole parade down.
Yeah, checked my email and da-da-da.
What?
And because people send these aggressive emails to the whole KeyBank, and they'll send some very
they have prior instances of those.
Yes. So we would laugh at them. But when I walked out of this building, it was like bricks was just lifted off of my shoulders, and I was just able to breathe better. And I'm like, okay, God, like if you want me to do this, mind you, I'm thinking about flower walls at my desk. I got notebooks of just like me sketching. I wish I would have brought them. Notebooks of just like, how am I supposed to frame this? How is it going to stand? Who's going to help me build it? Like all these things are in my notebooks. And so when I'm walking out this door, I'm just like, we got to do it. And if it's going to work, I need God to be my CEO. So I'm like, God, like, you're so money. Like, can you be my CEO? Like, I'll run everything by you. I just need to make sure that it works.
That's dope. That is dope.
So, I'll stop there.
No, listen.
It's just, okay, so I walk out at this time. Andrew, my husband, he's a photographer working. He's shooting everything. He's everywhere, just trying to do entrepreneurship hustle. And at the time, he's working at this wood shop right on Hamilton Road. The name of the business is Three Barn Doors. They're no longer here, but he photographed these like very expensive tables and stuff like that. So I'm in this warehouse with all these people who can build things. And I just look around, I see all these extra materials. I see these just architects, and I just start picking their brains. I started asking them different questions and like sending them pictures. Like, if I do this, will it stand? And how long would it stand? And how much was that cost? And it got to a point where they basically helped me build this frame, and they helped me build legs. And that's what differentiates my business from any other flower wall business, is that people don't know how to get it to be sturdy and safe.
To stand on its own.
Right. Yeah, it's the legs and the framing of it. So they helped me build it. I took all of my money from my savings account, and I just bought flowers from Hobby Lobby at retail price, which was really stupid of me, because everything was just double the price.
We'll talk about later, because like I'm pretty sure like you buy them in bulk is a lot different than buying in retail.
Yeah, it's like half the cost. So I'm back and forth at Hobby Lobby buying these flowers, and I'm just installing, but it got to a point where like everybody was walking past and they loved it, but they were like, why did you stop? I was like, I ain't got no money. Like, I can't finish this. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, it's so good. We can use it for this and that. I'm like, this is expensive. And he was like, he gave me $900 to finish the project. And that was a whole. He also asked for a piece of my business, and that was a really bad decision. I got my percentage back, but he took a percentage of my business. This is maybe 30 days into Cleveland Flower Walls.
What's that?
30
okay.
days in.
I'm sorry, because that's good because we got to talk about that because equity. A lot of us don't understand equity we have in our businesses, and we'll give it away not knowing the value that we'll have because he's seen the value in it, obviously. And we're trying to, I'm going to get on the ground floor of this joint, right? Very fast and whatnot. And I'm glad you're able to get that back because too often we hear about it from artists, so many big names, and they're like, man, I wish I could. I sound the rights to this or whatnot, not knowing the value that I will have later on the road.
Yeah, these people have the right to tell you or give you suggestions, and like their voice is amplified in your business. And he took 30%. This is not. We're not talking 3%, 3 to 6%. This is a young girl that has no idea what she has, and he just like straight 30% of it. So
we're talking from a $9 investment or whatnot.
Yeah.
When you look at percentages or whatnot, that's crazy.
I don't think neither
he tried to finesse you.
Yeah, nobody knew. I don't even think he understood really, but I would get paid. I would give him his percentage, and it was just got to a point where the relationship didn't work out. His business flopped. It just didn't work out, and all of this is documented on YouTube. If anybody ever wanted to,
listen,
YouTube, just type in 3 barn doors, you'll see some stuff. That's the story, and it's real.
And that's why I believe God don't like ugly. So when you try to do things like that, because we don't know, I'm not saying anything bad on anybody or whatnot, but you can't do bad business and expect good results.
Yeah, he's off the map now. He doesn't even want people to know that he exists. But it was my situation. It's my story. So I'm telling it.
I got you. No, yes, ma'am. But it's great. It's a great story to share because once again, if you don't see the value in your business, someone else does, and they will greatly take advantage of it if you don't understand the value in what you have. Because right now, if your business is only making so many dollars, you can't look at where it's at. Look at where it's going to be.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that's good. So let me ask you this then. So I want to go back a little bit because were you already doing flower walls when you were working, or did you fully go into?
I just had notebooks.
You had an idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
All in my notebooks. I knew all of my wholesalers. I knew everybody that was already doing it.
You already done the research and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all I needed was the money to get the flowers and the frame that was made at the wood shop. So once they put it together, and I started renting out that white wall for free, just so I can get pictures and see how the flow is. And I booked my first job with the 9 Hotel, actually, with the Azor Hotel at the rooftop, and they got a permanent installation. And it was a nice ongoing relationship to get me like on the map and get people to know that I existed. And then then it just started rolling. Like people wanted flower walls, and people was having weddings, and permanent installations was a big thing. The greenery backdrops, I feel like I pioneered all of that.
Come on now, sister. So come on now. Don't be bashful now. Let everybody know.
And I only know that because I know when I started, and I know when I started to see it. Obviously, like you're not. How can I say this? Like everything has been here once before. Like technically, we're not all just like this original whatever.
Right.
But in Cleveland, I've never seen flower walls happen the way they were happening, like until I started to go.
Come on now, say it.
Yeah.
So I my brain be going. Couple questions. So they're between a permanent fixture versus a what you call it, the opposite of a permanent fixture?
The rental.
The rental, okay.
Yep. So permanence is I'm coming into your business, your boutique, your hair salon, your restaurant, and I'm putting a flower wall up on your wall. It has your name on it, it has your brand colors, and people grab your product, buy it, and take a picture in front of it. Or it's just like a nice decor piece. Rentals is I'm planning this really big event, this really big wedding, and I just need this flower wall for my ceremony and my reception. And we drop it off that day, and we pick it up when your event is over.
Okay. Shout out to Denisha because that's what she does with the letters or whatnot. Like that's dope concept or whatnot.
Yeah, very much.
So Denisha, I actually learned about you through LinkedIn, and there was actually a oh yeah,
That's
secret
funny.
side. And the irony is that later down the road, with the pitch contest,
Which one? Do you
with
remember which one?
Key, well, I remember it was with Key May.
Okay,
So,
okay.
can you tell us a little bit more about that pitch competition contest and
Yeah.
how that kind of helped with helping with the capital piece of helping to expand your business?
Yeah, that's a good question. So that pitch competition was for women, and I applied maybe 3 times, and I was denied, 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 and I just kept applying, and eventually got on there and pitched. We managed to win 10,000, and I used that capital for it was really helpful for our flowers. We needed inventory for our flowers. I needed different types of flowers. One of the main colors were like ivories and creams, those greenery colors that people love to have. And so I was able to stock up on that and just some other like drills and wood and all that stuff that makes our job easier.
So you do it yourself now?
Yeah.
Wow.
But once we had a bunch of pitch competitions, so we got to a point where we can just make like 10 walls at one time and just have them up and ready for me to just go. So yeah. So Andrew, he makes the frames at the studio. We're on Lakeside, and yeah, he makes them there, and I just come and install like chicken wire and then the flowers step by step, which is very time consuming.
So let me ask you this, because I love the stories of the first iterations, the ones that didn't make it, the ones that people don't get a chance to see. Talk about those first iterations that you were doing that didn't stand up on their own, or that the flowers popped out the wall.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't even know. I should have mentioned this in the beginning because it's a part of the story. When we were planning our wedding, I wanted a flower wall for our bridal shower because the theme was flowers, everything, and I went to Pakistan's at the time, and I just got these big flowers with big heads. Yeah. And the heads were really big because I needed as much space to be covered because I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on it. And so I got these big hydrangeas and I put them in like this beautiful colorway. And we got a tripod, 2 tripods. I don't even know how we rigged this thing up, but we got 2 tripods, connected them together, stuck this on here, and then had clamps on each top of the foam board.
Makeshift.
It was falling the whole event. It was falling down the whole event. But we managed to get these pictures, and I posted the pictures, and I just cropped it so you couldn't see. And people were just like, I want that too. Like, can I get a flower walk too? And that's when I knew like there was a void in Cleveland that needed to be filled. Because originally, before I even made this, I'm like, I don't have time to add nothing else to my schedule. Is there anybody in Cleveland that could make this? So flower walls in Cleveland in Google. That's what I'm doing. Like Cleveland flower walls or flower walls, I don't know, in Ohio. And everybody that contacted me wanted me to get this extensive package. I had to get this whole planning package, this design portion. I'm like, I just want the wall. Can you deliver it? Can you take it after I'm done? And there was nobody who could do that. So we made it. And so that's where like, yeah.
I heard that one time. So not saying that's out of necessity, but you see the need.
Yeah.
And then two, you like, I'm not to pay anybody, but like no one else is doing this, so I gotta be able to do it for myself or whatnot. And out of that grew the business as a whole, because not only do you guys create, you guys design, you guys do every portion of of it all. You guys even drop it off, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
We drop it off. Yeah. The only thing we don't do is make the flowers, and believe me, I've
I'm about to say you working on that. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: when it comes to designing, like, if I want a flower wall, let's say I want a manly flower wall or whatnot, right? I want like
we have that.
no, I was about to say like I want like black roses or something like that, right?
Yeah.
What goes into, not saying because I want you to give away the whole secret sauce or whatnot, but when it comes to variations, like, what do I need to know before I order something from you?
Yeah. So obviously color scheme. I need to know how you plan to use it because that'll help me design it better. So if your whole purpose is to get pictures in front of it, positioning of the flowers or your sign is going to be essential. It depends on the person as well. You can go very clean and like a flat look where you just get black roses, or you can allow me to have fun with it, and now you're getting some dimension and some vines or some fun colors in there, and that's I really like that. That's where my heart is the wild, the whimsical look, and I think for guys, I've had them stick with the either greenery or black roses, and so what I do,
I was on point with that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
you was
okay,
on point.
okay.
Yeah. So I just get the bushes of flowers and we cut them so that they're stem by stem. And it's okay to share this because the work is so extensive.
Come on
The
now.
amount
You're not worried. You're not worried. Come on, work.
it's so time consuming that like if you want to go for it,
God bless you.
Like, go for it. But yeah, I stem by stem. You know the chicken wire that people put like to block off deer and all that stuff? It's stem by stem of flowers in each one. So we're talking like 1,000 stems per flower wall. So it's a lot.
So
but who wants to do that? That's
right.
what helps my business.
Yeah. Did you do that? Wow.
What's been the most extravagant that you've come across as far as your flower wall?
The craziest, like gold chains in there or something like that.
Universe, like what? Are you serious?
I put food in walls. I mean, I don't know what you're thinking, but like I put for the Taste of Black Cleveland. I think it's actually coming up.
Shout out to the recent Black Friday.
Yeah, Taste of Black Cleveland, and we put like all kinds of food into a greenery wall, and it was at Rocket Field. So that was really nice. We did lettuce and lemons and tomatoes and carrots, just different foods. It was really nice.
So let me ask you this: when it comes to designs, like do you already have a design in mind, or does every piece is the one of them kind of like a blank canvas?
Yeah. So we have it's two parts. So I got my brides. That's like 90% of the clientele. My brides like their ivories, their creams, their greeneries. They like their blushes. That's them. And then I got my fun people. Not that they're not.
no shade of nobody.
Not that they're not fun, but like as a creative, you want to play with color. And so, tell me the question one more time. That I said this part.
When it comes to design, like do you have a template per se or what? Or do you just come to your mind like I vision gold plated roses?
Yes. Okay. So I work backwards. They tell me what they want. They tell me their style, and I just start creating. I bring their colors, and I just start like intertwining. The thing about the way I can think about it is I can see the wall before it's done, and so it's very difficult though because my team doesn't know where to go, and so I leave a lot of people like just waiting for me or just they don't know what direction I'm going in. So until I can realize it myself, I'm just kind of installing, and then they'll pick up on what I'm doing or something like that. But I don't really have a plan unless I have a very specific person that wants to see a sketch. We'll give them a sketch. But most of the time, it's just like my colors. This is the event. Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what helps you in the creative process? Because I've heard artists. Shout out to Lacey. She listened to Beyonce. Shout out to William. He said he listens. All depend on what the client wants. That's what you want a rock and roll thing. You gotta listen to rock and roll.
Yeah.
So, what helps you stay in your creative process?
I have to keep working. I can't be away from my studio. I have to go to my studio. I don't care if it's just me cleaning. I don't care if it's me touching a flower. I just have to keep my hands consistently doing the same thing on the flowers. I have to be working on. I have to be working on something. Whether it's a personal project, like in the winter seasons when people are focused on like Christmas or something like that, I'm in the house making like weird designs like butterflies out of flowers and like just diamonds out of flowers, like things that I've never shared with people just because it's just a fun project for me. But I always got my hands going.
So you said your process never stop the process. This process is always going.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Okay,
it's
I got
fun. It's therapeutic. It's a slow process. It's very tedious. So I got time to think and some people they like to bake, they like to talk, they like to write. I like to like install flowers.
Hey, no, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, so when you're creating, are you in total silence or is it just like?
Oh no, I got music. I got my music going. Sometimes I'm in silence. Sometimes I got my gospel going. Sometimes I'm just like vibing out thoughts in my head. But yeah, my lo-fi. That's always my go-to.
Yeah.
But no,
No. Hey, listen, no, because I know for me, as I'm editing, y'all don't know. I'll be in the and I love how Will said the last episode. He said control distractions because I didn't realize there's a term for it. But I don't know why I can't work at something. I'm editing, but I also have the TV going with pop culture trivia on. I don't know why like that. I'm weird, but I need that. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, that's good.
But it helps me stay creative. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I feel like Rain Man sometimes. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It works.
There was a time in the beginning of the business where like I didn't know what direction to go, so I would like go on Pinterest and like research to see like the colorway, how colors work well together, and like what flowers work well together. But now I think Cleveland has understood my style. I think I've developed like a nice tribe of people that can go to Crocker Park and see that that wall is not my wall, or like there's certain walls around the city of Cleveland that we have our names on them now, but I think my people know my work a little bit, and that feels good because you put a lot of work into it, and yeah, I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna.
It's okay. I know you didn't come to Cat Williams today and whatnot. I understand. Yes, ma'am. So I have a question for you. Since your husband's also an entrepreneur, like how do you guys balance that? Seeing you guys are both entrepreneurs in a relationship, or whatnot. Yeah. How do you guys balance those two?
So we were friends before entrepreneurship, and when it was always just me and him first, and then entrepreneur came on top of that, and then the kids, and then like we built on it. So our foundation is just like that's my homie, like that's my best friend. So in terms of like working together with him, he thinks things all the way through, but for me, I'm a creative. I don't necessarily need to know everything. I just got to do it, and whatever obstacles I come across, like we'll handle it then. So that clashed at some point where he wants me to like express every single detail. I'm like, I don't know, like just let me do it and see.
Right.
So
kind of like go with the flow.
Yeah, let's go with the flow, and it's just his mind doesn't work that way, but he can capture all my marketing very well. Like my Instagram, he markets everything for me. I rarely touch. He does my marketing on Instagram.
Shout out to him.
But like the marketing, the photos, and just bouncing ideas off of somebody who has some logic versus somebody that's just very whimsical.
Yeah. Y'all balance each other out. Okay.
Yeah. So there's been like huge success in that, and he's the man behind the curtain that just makes everything happen while I'm on stage and I'm the face of the business. That's and good. Things like that. So
that's awesome.
Amazing. Yeah. So Denisha, where do you see, or what would you like to see your business go from here? Yeah. Or maybe other business ventures that you would like to also maybe embark upon?
I always entertain the idea. I always entertain the idea of having fresh flowers in the flower walls. So this is, I don't know how long term we're talking, but imagine like just a field of fresh flowers where I can take those and put them into the watering tubes and put them into my flowers. And like, I don't know, I just always wanted to have some sort of fresh, we're working with artificial, which is nothing wrong with them right now. They're beautiful and they serve their purpose. But I always wanted to try some fresh flowers, and that's where I see it in the future for sure. Okay. I love to go big versus small, so I don't really like to do, the bouquets or any centerpieces. I will if I mean, there's nothing. Yeah, I like to stick with the big structures. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there anything that you learned earlier on through your business that you still utilize to this day as it's continuously growing?
Yeah. So supply and demand. So like I, as a creative, I want to work with different colors and I want to try different things, but the demand is for the creams and the ivories and the greens and the whites. That's where my demand is. So it wouldn't be smart financially for me to try to entertain the things that go in my head, if that makes sense. That's something that I have kept from the beginning. Like I've always kept my whites. I'm not going to switch up on them because they work and
they're high demand.
Yeah, they work. Yep.
So let me ask you this, because I love the fact that both of y'all are entrepreneurs. With him being a photographer and you doing your thing with the walls, do y'all intersect businesses or whatnot? Because you're like, I got a perfect photographer. He's happy to be my husband, but he can also do work for you, or vice versa. He's doing a photo shoot. He's like, I'm gonna work with this flower wall.
It happens. It comes about. Yep, because our space was originally like his photography space where we make walls. So yeah, people would be like, "Ooh, look at that! Can I get a picture in front of that?" And he'll take photos with it,
smart.
turn any pictures, things like that. So they loved it. But it always finds a way to intermingle. If I know somebody that's having an event and needs a photographer, yeah, I'm gonna let them know.
Come on now,
he exists.
That's a beautiful relationship right there.
Yeah, it works out.
And then with the kiddos, legacy entrepreneurship is something that unfortunately for our culture isn't something that we necessarily instill in our kids. Do you feel like as you guys are raising your children, you want to raise them to be entrepreneurs, or let them guide on their own?
Yeah, we definitely are going to give them Cleveland Flower Walls as a business.
Come on now.
So that's the plan, to give them that business so that it is already a well-oiled machine. It's in profit. It is able to operate on its own. So that's our goal. I talked to you about the fresh flower, so we'll see how that plays into in that. But
so you gotta have like a flower shop / flower wall.
I don't know. More like a farm.
Oh.
Okay. More like a farm where they can some sort of way grow and then put them into the walls. Maybe, I don't know, it's gonna mingle some sort of way. But I want to give them that. If they want to go into working, we don't really talk about it much in the house, but I think there are fields where doctors, lawyers, things like that are absolutely needed.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just feel like they're gonna be entrepreneurs. They're around it too much. We take them to the meetings. They hear it too much. It's just gonna be too familiar to them to even consider working, I think.
No, absolutely. I know my kids, I'm like, you want to work a job? But but I love the fact that we as a culture are now giving our kids the option to do either or both, or whatever but now they have options now versus one or the other.
Yeah.
So no, shout out to y'all.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, and this is because I love what you do, because once again it's something that I don't know too many. How many? So when you started out, was there a mentor that you had when starting this thing out, or this is just something you had to curate on your own?
No, I wasn't talking to anybody. I mean, I saw photos of people in front of flower walls. Like, people always refer to Kim Kardashian, her white flower wall. Like, you can't see anything else other than flowers. So you can't gain any information from it. They're not showing you the back of it. They're not showing you how they put them in. So, like, it was nothing for me to grab other than this is the color they like, and this is probably what it should look like, or this is pretty. I don't know. But mentors, I guess there's a guy, he owns a steel factory on Hamilton Road. His name is Bob, and basically he took the business over from his dad, and they make and construct everything out of metals and aluminums and things like that. He was very pivotal in the beginning of my business because he gave me the things I needed for my walls to be sturdy and like steel plated to the ground, and he made me signs for people, and like he was just always there when I needed him. And
shout out to Bob.
Yeah, shout out to Bob. He was cool. But yeah, I guess those are the people, but it's more so structure that keeps it up. You can make anything pretty. Like creative is so subjective, like, and flowers make anything pretty anyway. So it's not really room for you to like mess up. But it's that structure and the signage and the neon signs that really take it to the next level.
So we're asking, like, if there's a young lady, young man who wants to learn how to create a business, like not like yourself, but like something along those lines, would you be up for mentoring though?
I get a lot of DMs about asking, Yeah, I'm go.
So we're talking about course, or we're talking about like mentorship. We're talking about the future. Now we're talking about the future now.
I don't know. I mean, I would rather help somebody with entrepreneurship in their idea versus, flower wall idea. I'm here, but it's a very thin line. Okay. And I'm there to drop jewels. I'm there to share like how I invoice clients, what my pricing lists and things like that look like. Those very hard things that you really don't know. I didn't know until just trial and error. This is what people like. This is what they don't like. This is what works. This doesn't work. So I'm open to talking with anybody because I wish that I had that person. That guy took 30% of my business. He was trying to like do some snake stuff in the background. So yeah, if I can help somebody overcome people like that, let's do it.
See, I heard it.
Yes.
That's good. Okay, so you talk about, well, we kind of alluded to the future, but we talk about the past, talk about the present, about the future. And like we just talked about mentorship, we talked about how he wanted to create the fresh flowers going forward. And anything else that the future looks like for you?
Nope. And I say this because
I love that though. You're like,
no, you have This is what works. This is what's working. I'm very focused on what's working, and I don't want to put a bunch of different things into my view. I just don't want to. I enjoy what I do, and so like I don't want to take it. I don't want to work on nothing else. I just want to do flower walls, and whatever comes with that, we'll do it. We'll see what's about.
Gonna come from. No, that's good. I love the fact that you leave a room for the future. To be able to pivot if need be. So no, that's good. You can tell, because like we have people like they have it down to the second. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, that question used to throw me off all the time in the beginning because I would feel the need to be like, wow, I need to do more. I need to do something else. Like this is pressure. And I would just start making up stuff like that sound good, but it's just this is what's working right now, and so wherever God takes me, that's where I'm gonna go. But this is where I am right now.
I got you.
Lane, you sticking with it. I get it.
So let me ask you this, and this is I think is essential for all entrepreneurs: support systems. When you start out, shout out to your husband or whatnot, because I'm pretty sure he supports you, but I don't think enough of us understand having support systems around us when we're starting out, especially in a new business, how essential that is. Who was that support system for you when you started out your business?
Okay, so when I think of, this is just my answer. When I think of support, I think about money, because money allows me to actually make moves and to do things. I know everybody won't agree with that, but when I did the Key Bank pitch competition, that capital helped me to move. You know what I mean? It helped me to get more inventory. When I did, Urban League, they gave me $3,000 back in 2019. That helped me to like. I didn't have anything at that time. Like it helped me to figure out like, okay, I have something to work with. What can I do? So like pitch competitions, Key Bank, Jumpstart was really helpful. And helping me to understand.
Urban League.
For sure. Urban League, Jumpstart. They helped me to know my numbers and understand like my business is not a mass produced business. I can't just be in a factory just making flower walls. So I understood that, and it brought me back to the point of it may just be a mom and pop shop. I might not be able to push out 500 products to different, like it's just my business doesn't work like that. It takes too much physical effort right now. So Jumpstart helped me to realize a lot of things about the structure of my business. I don't really know. You got Key Bank, Urban League, Jumpstart. I think that's where my foundation was, that the people that actually pushed me with some capital and some information. And then obviously I'm looking at Instagram, I'm looking at people moves and seeing what works and what doesn't work. I'm watching people fall during COVID. Like I'm just noticing a lot of things, businesses that pop up and then, a year later they're gone. So yeah, it's just observation, and I think capital is what helps support my business.
No, and I love how you said it. Like, a lot of people might not agree with that, but that to you was your version of support. I know the first thing they teach you in grief recovery, like you can't put a label on what grief is either or whatnot. So it looks to different everyone. So no, I love the answer. No.
Yeah, and actually for those that are watching, Denisha, because I know that you started off your story saying that you depleted your savings to be able to fund your business. Looking back on things now, what would you maybe suggest to those who are wanting to start a business, but you feel like would be the maybe better way to do it this time around for them?
Don't get caught up on what could I know this sounds weird, but don't get so caught up in your thoughts. You have to put things on paper and run the numbers. Because again, supply and demand. If nobody wants it, then you're just gonna be sitting with no money or whatever the case is, or just like hope. You know, some like you can't advertise a business or advertise a product that nobody wants, and that's the sad truth. And so, if they can understand who they're talking to and what they want, I think they have a business. And yeah, I found the void. There was nobody doing it in Cleveland, so I tried, and yeah, and it worked out.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
I think I answered that.
When it comes to entrepreneurship, what do you feel like the biggest misconception people have will be the entrepreneur?
Oh, that you have so much freedom. It gives you so much time. So much time. No, your work, I could be working right now. Like I could be doing a bunch of things I have on the to-do list. Like you play every role. You have to learn what roles that you're, and what roles you're best at. Like I'm not about to, I can, but I'm not great or efficient at putting together my frames. It's heavy. Like this stuff is heavy. I can't do everything. Understand your roles, and I think I lost track of what you said.
No, what do you feel like the biggest misconception people have?
Oh, yeah, freedom. That you have. You do have freedom. Yes, I can get up when I want to. I can go to sleep when I want to.
Do you though?
You know, like I also have to have time to like recover. Sleep is recovery. You know, so yeah, it's fun like to make your own schedule, but it's a lot of work. If you don't get up, who's gonna do it? If you're gonna respond to this email fast, are you gonna lose that client? You know, like the response times and being efficient and like being able to give them a quick way to pay you and communicate what it is that you can do and prove with pictures that you can do it, and it's a lot.
No, listen. What time we get up on? What time we got up on Saturday? Like 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Yeah. Everybody, like, what would you do Saturday? I got up like it's a job.
Yeah.
So no.
Showing up for yourself.
Shoot, Steve was up for like 24 hours, something like that.
Oh my God, God bless you, Steve.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, people like entrepreneur. I love the quote that someone said. I don't know who said it, but someone said entrepreneurship is you work just as much as you did when you work for someone else, but you working so you don't have to work for anyone else.
Yeah.
And I love that saying.
Yeah, look at my kids. I'm like, yo, like I can't leave. I don't want to leave you from 9 to 5. I know people have to work and prepare and like make the money so they can take care of them, but I'll do what I need to do so that I can see their face in the morning and take them to bed at night. You know what I mean?
That's awesome right there. That's what it does.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's what you do it for.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is. And I was going to ask, I know that you don't like to be away from your studio for very long, but how do you kind of replenish yourself as far as, vacations or that family time?
Yeah. I'm a very simple person. I don't require too much. I love to go out to eat. I probably tried every restaurant in Cleveland. I love to swim. I love to spend time with God. I love to write. I love to cook. I cook the cookies that I make.
Yes, love
that sounds so old, but yeah, I like to cook, and I do have some friends. I talk to some people. We go out. We go on a good time. The Lady Carolina. They have a new boat downtown, whatever. But yeah, okay. I'm just a very chill person. I can go outside and sit in the grass for like all day and just be perfectly fine. I don't really require much. And that's how I replenish myself. Waking up before my house wakes up, that's another huge thing. Like before the mommy, like, whoo. Yeah, getting up early, getting my mind together is really helpful.
Okay, that's good.
That's dope.
Yeah, this is dope.
No, listen. Yeah. We appreciate it, but we'll get to our simple questions, guys. Y'all know we love asking questions because everyone's answer is unique, and I love them. So when we started this podcast, we literally said to ourselves, we're trying to break the stigma of Cleveland not being collaborative pros. Right? You right. Okay. So our question to you is, like Atlanta, like in New York, like other places where collaboration isn't a problem, how we break up that narrative of Cleveland not being a collaborative place?
I think it's going to take some action. Masterminds are very helpful. So like imagine if like just a room full of entrepreneurs to just get together in a room, a very organized, structured setting, not chaotic, just a very organized place where everybody can talk about their problems, and we help to solve their problems, come up with solutions. Like maybe they talk about somebody that they've worked with that it didn't work well. Like it has to be a trustworthy situation where we come together and have a mastermind about what works. That's how we can collaborate. How, like, what else could we? This is my thought process. Yes, you can like collaborate with somebody else's business and do something and go to some sort of conference and do pop-ups and collabs on Instagram, but like we really need to get to the root of a lot of problems in businesses, and sometimes it's money, sometimes it's just people don't know what they don't know, and if you're in a room with people, it could help to bounce ideas off of others. So yeah, I think we need a Cleveland entrepreneurship mastermind group where we can come together in a room.
We're working on it.
Yes.
On the way.
Do it. Do it like before the summer is up.
Y'all heard the lady?
Yeah. Let's get to it.
No, absolutely. And I just know, like I said all the time on the podcast, I feel like we're going through a renaissance because Cleveland at one time, it was not known for collaboration. And a lot of people everyone says Cleveland's very cliquish. And we're trying to break that narrative.
Yeah, I started to say that, but I didn't. It is very cliquish. Imagine me in a field of florists. Nobody looks like me. I don't see anybody. Maybe one Samia, she does floral events. Yeah, that's the only. I don't see anybody else that looks like me. So it's a lot that comes with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it took me maybe 2 years for them to even take me serious. And to start referring. But no, there's some people that just they stay in their group. But I got some nice florists that will send me some referrals. Like they'll say I'm not designing a fresh flower wall, but I know that you can. I'm not taking my time to do all of this, but I know that you can. Here you go, and I trust you with my client, and it means a lot to me.
But just like I said, the stigma has been long. Like I said, it's exhausted. At least said by Cleveland. Like I said, I think that we're making efforts to change that narrative, though.
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, that's my coming self. And then let me ask you this: with that being said, what organization, what people, or who would you like to collaborate in the future?
I don't.
We're never watching.
Well, I don't. I'm at this point. I just want to collaborate with a fresh florist, and I want to make a fresh flower wall. It's a company called Mayish. They mass produce fresh flowers. Yeah, anybody that does fresh flowers. I don't want to
No, I got you.
And I don't want to.
I'm speaking to HGTV. Come do a show.
However you want to put it. If you have a farm of fresh flowers or a boutique, wherever, let's make a flower wall out of it.
Okay, y'all heard it.
Nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah.
Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that finished product because that's coming. That's coming.
Yeah,
definitely. So, Denisha, when it comes to legacy, because we talked about this off camera, what would you like the legacy to be for you as an individual? And then for you and your business or businesses?
For sure. So I want people to see my story. I want them to see how I started from the ground up, how this girl just had nothing and turned it into a 6-figure business. So I want them to see how we bootstrapped this business and we didn't give up and they didn't see much change. Now, when I say that, I'm not going off doing a million different things. I'm doing flower walls, and that's worked, and I want to be remembered for that, for showing up to the best of events in Cleveland, and that they have this beautiful floral piece to take photos in front of that's stored in their phone that could be remembered forever. Those are the things that I want to constantly be in our history books in Cleveland, and I want them to be able to see the transition for my children taking it over now, and they see little videos of them by the flower walls and just pretending to intertwine and just having their hands on things. It'd be nice to see that transition and see now they're the face of the business,
So basically saying a documentary. Documentary you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Summarize that for me.
No, I got you. Yeah, no, that was dope. That's
Because we
dope.
can learn so much from just watching somebody's story
Mhm.
evolve, you know?
Absolutely. No, I'm working on the Full Experience documentary. I know I say all the time, I'm so serious about that.
No.
It's coming 2025.
You should.
It's on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, this just to be able to see that journey, not just for yourself, but for those who need the inspiration. Because you don't know what your story helps that person who's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But then see, well, you know what she did, I can do it too.
Yeah, from nothing. I got fired. Like, I was at the bare minimum and I didn't have anything, but I just pushed all my savings into it. Like, that's stories that people can live out every single day. Like, everybody, a lot of people don't want to be at their jobs and they feel like they have so much inside of them. And, you know, with the right tools and understanding what you want to share with the world, I think it's possible. It's possible to make anything come true. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Yeah, and this has been beautiful hearing your story.
Absolutely.
Very unique story, very unique business that is appreciated by many. Now, when it comes to those who are watching, who are inspired and motivated as well, if we had to take your interview and bring it on into a condensed state, what would be the 3 takeaways that someone should be able to gather?
Okay. Focus.
Come on.
Just focus. It's simple. Just focus on that one thing and just laser focus. To enjoy the process. Like, a lot of people try to look at the end. The end goal is so beautiful. It's so nice, and I look at it all the time. But I have to take a step back and just be like, this is my story. I'm living out the story that I just told you guys. Like, this is what you'll be able to tell people down the line. So trust in that process, being involved in the process, and respecting the process, because that's making you, that's shaping you. And so number 2, and then number 3 is make God your CEO. Like, let him lead.
Title episode, by the way.
Yeah. Make him the CEO. Give him your projects. Give him your bills, and be like, God, like, come through for me. Like, I don't know how, but I need you to give me a strategy at least. Give me a strategy. Give me the right people around me. And anybody that's not supposed to be here, like, I need them to go.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So those are my 3 takeaways.
Oh, great takeaways, by the way.
Yeah.
All takeaways. And like, so part 2, we come by the shop or whatnot.
It's an open field right next to my studio, by the way.
Oh, come on,
How
now.
crazy is that?
So we got to pull up.
Yes.
And do just that or whatnot. See the master at work. So, guys, we appreciate you coming on today, sharing your story. Because once again, shout out to No Game, shout out to Dad, shout out to the Patterson family and whatnot for exposing me to dope people and whatnot. Because they let me know about it. I'm like, yeah, she's like, you shopping to pull up. We'll say less. Whatnot. So thank you to them. And y'all go pay some bills real quick. What we got coming up, guys? Marquita's not here, y'all, so I'm not Marquita.
We definitely have the wine.
Yes. Wine festival. Yes. Thank you, Brittany. Yes. August 31st. 2 wines for Bistro. Yes. You should. I'm gonna let you do it. Yeah, you got it. Wow, I'm messing this up.
He's got it together. August 31st. Our girl Nikia Hudson.
Yes.
2 wines. The 4 Bistro coming together, collaboration in the city, and we are going to have a fun-filled day. There will be food, entertainment, of course, wine, so you can drink to your heart's desire. And it's right there in the summertime, so we're going to be outside. And it's going to be a great time, and you guys do not want to miss it. So again, August 31st, we will see you there, or like Marquita would say, don't meet us there, beat us there.
Yes.
So we'll see you there.
Marquita-ism. That's what I call them. Yes.
Nobody can do it like the queen.
Yeah, nobody can do it.
I tried.
No, you did good. You did real good. Guys, next week, that's why we're doing today. You guys don't know this, but we will be out of town at the podcast summit, learning from the man, the myth, the legend. Yes, Mr. David Shands. We'll be in Atlanta, guys, to come back even better, stronger, faster of a podcast for you guys. So yes, you guys pray for us for safe travels, but we're going to come back networking and just once again putting Cleveland on the map when it comes to entrepreneurship and just highlighting the great guests like Denisha here and whatnot. So we will be there next week. So please pray for safe travels.
Yes. And of course, you guys make sure you tune into my
Yes.
podcast, Beauty Told. Again, having great guests on where we can take relational, lifestyle, or even financial situations and be able to bless you guys where you can avoid the pitfalls that we wish we would have too. But just be able to learn from us and growth, and we just change together. So I'm all about positive change, and I will see you guys there.
Yes. And guys, I'm not Marquita, but we have an amazing team.
Yes, we do. We do.
Amazing team. If you guys need a host, if you guys need photography, videography, wine, virtual services, they will be in the show notes for everyone who's
Yes.
part of the pull up. They're right there. So please check them out today. Okay.
Yes.
It's like, ooh, Marquita. I don't know how she does it.
I don't know how she does it too, and she does it with no water.
She does with no
No water.
Yes.
I would be
God
so-
bless her.
I would be so dry. Yes.
But that's the power of Marquita. But we want to make sure that you guys take time out to know that we wouldn't be able to do this without our main team. So yes, please check them out today. And lastly, guys, we want to thank you. Yes, you, the people watch this, the people who like, share, and subscribe. Because once again, we keep growing, and it's just amazing to see what you like watching and learn stories of all great entrepreneurs who are just like you, who decided to take a chance on themselves and make God a CEO. And now look at them now. Okay, so guys, I want to thank you. The last time I checked, we're right there. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
16,000 subscribers. We're trying to get
Let's
there.
go.
You
I'm
know,
gonna share it.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't share it.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
All right.
I receive
love
it.
Mhm.
So we just want to thank you guys. And this is episode 231.
231.
Roll to 250. I'm sorry, saying it now. Roll to 250, guys. And what I tell you, those are not. That's not under the stuff at, because 250. Like most podcasts will make it past episode 50. We have done it
Yeah.
almost 4 times over. So God is good. We're not slowing down any time soon. So guys, make sure to tune in and stay tuned. Okay.
Yes.
We will see you guys next time. Peace.